Polar bear versus Siberian tiger. Let's see who would win a fight between these two titans, as this has been one of the most requested topics recently. Polar bears and Siberian tigers are the top predators in their food chains. Polar bears, sometimes known as white bears, sea bears or ice bears, are giant white northern bears in the Arctic. The polar bear is the largest and most powerful carnivore on Earth, except for one subspecies of the grizzly bear. However, because it has no natural predators and has no fear of people, it is a hazardous animal. The Siberian tiger, commonly referred to as the Amur tiger, is the world's most giant wildcat. Today, there are just approximately 400 of them still in existence. Description: bears with a short tail and stocky physique, a long neck, a small head, short, rounded ears, and a short tail are the most common bear species in the world. The male is significantly more prominent than the female, weighing between 900 and 1,600 pounds, 410 to 720 kilograms. A typical adult male stands at the height of 5.3 feet, 1.6 meters at the shoulder, and measures 7.2 to 8.2 feet in length, 2.2 to 2.5 meters. The bear's dark skin absorbs the sun's heat that passes through the dense fur. The hairy soles of the broad feet and the uneven skin on the soles protect and insulate the feet, while also facilitating mobility through the ice. Solid and sharp claws are also necessary for traction, digging through the ice and killing prey. The Siberian tiger is roughly 11 feet, 3.3 meters long, with a 3-foot tail, 1 meter. Male Siberian tigers can weigh up to 700 pounds, 320 kilograms, but females are much smaller, weighing about 400 pounds, 180 kilograms. Siberian tigers are distinguished from other cats by their striped fur. Like humans, no two tigers have the same striped pattern. Siberian tigers are different from other tigers by the existence of manes and the appearance of fewer, lighter stripes on their bodies. In addition to their thick fur, their mane helps keep them warm. Habitat: the Arctic is the only home to polar bears. The borders of pack ice, where currents and wind combine to generate a constantly melting and refreezing matrix of ice patches and leads, are essential habitats for polar bears. With sea ice loss due to climate change, the coastal plain is becoming a more critical denning area. While some populations are thriving, the southern Beaufort Sea population, which lives in the Alaskan and Canadian Arctic, is fighting to survive, with only about 900 bears left, down from prior predictions of over 50%. It is now possible to see the enormous Siberian tiger only in a much smaller region than in the past. Most Siberian tigers live in eastern Russia and northern China, with the rest in other parts of the world. The Sikhot-Alin mountain range is where most of the country's inhabitants live. The taiga, also known as snow forest, birch woodland, and boreal forest, are the three primary habitats of the Siberian tiger. They have to deal with a challenging atmosphere. Winters are pretty cold, and snowfall can have a prominent role in the weather. The vast majority of people live in isolated highland areas, far from any human town. Therefore, prey availability plays a significant role in their habitat selection. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Before we proceed, please consider liking the video. This will help us with the YouTube algorithm. Diet. Polar bears are solitary and carnivorous, preying primarily on ringed seals, but sometimes on beards and other pinnipeds. Seals resting on the ice are chased by a bear, which ambushes them at breeding holes and digs newborn seals from snow shelters where they are born, among other things. Polar bears are good swimmers, and they have been known to kill beluga whales because their food is aquatic. Only the polar bear's front limbs are utilized for swimming, a unique aquatic adaptation found in no other four-legged mammal except for the seal. Dead fish and whale carcasses and rubbish near human settlements are consumed by polar bears, who are both opportunistic and predatory in their diet. To survive, the Amur tiger requires giant prey, including ungulates, wild boar, sika deer, and red deer. In addition, tigers may hunt smaller animals such as badgers and raccoon dogs throughout the summer. Bears account for around 3% of the tiger's diet. Adult brown bears have been killed and eaten by Amur tigers in rare instances. Brown bear cubs are killed more frequently, and the Amur tiger also eats the smaller Himalayan black bear. This is because their primary mode of hunting is stealth. They approach their victim as closely as possible before leaping upon it to catch and kill it. Behavior. Except for mating pairs and females bearing children, polar bears are alone. When there is an opportunity to scavenge when a seal is dead, they may compete with each other. Polar bears can dive underwater and keep their eyes open while holding their breath for up to 2 minutes to catch their food. After that, they spend a substantial amount of time reclining, sleeping, or waiting. As is the case with other bears, winter hibernation is not practiced by polar bears. Tigers are solitary creatures, except during mating season and when females give birth. They like to spend most of their time alone, exploring their vast territory and searching for food. They are territorial, leaving scratch marks on trees to designate their area. These creatures are most active at night, when their prey is most active, but sometimes also during the day, when their prey is least active. Tigers also have excellent swimming abilities and can kill weaker prey while swimming. Time to find out who would win in a fight, the Siberian tiger or the polar bear. We're talking about two of nature's most potent and dangerous beasts. What will happen if they face off against each other? Because Siberian tigers have been known to successfully hunt and prey on brown bears for a significant amount of time, the Siberian tiger has a decent chance of winning, as they have already practiced hunting bears. Giant brown bears aren't much smaller or lighter than polar bears, so if Siberian tigers can kill giant brown bears, which has been proven numerous times, it's reasonable to assume that a Siberian tiger can win a fight with a polar bear using the same tactics it uses to hunt and kill giant brown bears. The Siberian tiger is the world's most gigantic cat, extremely swift and agile, with a robust, massive muscular body frame, large and powerful jaws, long dagger-sharp teeth, and razor-sharp retractile claws that are curled for gripping very tightly. They are lower in weight and not as massive and hefty as the giant bears. Their skin is not as thick as a bear's, and they have a low stamina level. Polar bears have a big physical frame, a thick, fatty coating of skin that is difficult to penetrate in most areas. They also have high overall body weight and enormous muscular paws. All this crowns the polar bear as the world's largest land mammalian predator. The disadvantages of this bear include short and small canines compared to tigers, long but not very sharp claws, slower movement and reflexes, indeed not as rapid as big cats, and limited agility. Neither animal has a lot of endurance. Polar bears quickly overheat, but tigers are built for short bursts of ferocity. When a Siberian tiger meets a fully grown polar bear without the element of surprise, it's a reasonably safe bet that the polar bear's utterly gigantic size will help it prevail in a deadly fight against the world's most giant cat. Suppose a fully developed giant Siberian tiger has the element of surprise. In that case, it may be able to sever enough bones and ligaments in the bear's neck with its debilitating, very powerful neck ambush. Bear poo has also been found to include tiger fur, implying that these enormous land carnivores occasionally attack and kill tigers. So, I'd say they're evenly balanced, with a 50-50 probability of both the Siberian tiger and the polar bear winning in a fight. But, of course, it might go either way, depending on which species best utilizes its weapons and strengths to gain the upper hand. What do you think? Which of the two would win a possible fight? Tell us in the comments down below.